Okay, guys, let me walk you through the Witch Quest, all 16 Sanctums. There's plenty to do in this video. Sit back and enjoy. There'll be timestamps in the description. To start the Witch Quest, you'll need to be in Chapter 5. If you're before Chapter 5, you can't talk to this witch. And so that's the first thing I should let you know. There's multiple witches that you're going to be finding throughout this video, and some of them you kind of just randomly stumble upon. So this should be helpful for you guys finding these witches, and each witch will have a number of sanctums that you need to take out and cleanse. Here's the first one here, Benediction. I guess you can do it in a different order than me, but I'd just follow along like this. And each of these sanctums, you'll have to take out a number of enemies. It'll be at 100%. You got to get it down to 0, right? Before you can start doing these puzzles. And once you do that, then you can cleanse the sanctum. And each sanctum, there's puzzles to do. So we're going to show you now how to do each puzzle. You'll be using your cuckoo pot as well to store and seal these items and then bring them back and do it. I'll show you right now. So you L3 axiom force it and you press triangle to seal it on PlayStation or whatever it is on the bottom right for you. That's gone into your cuckoo pot, which you unlocked in Chapter 4. See why I say you don't get this till Chapter 5, hence why you get the cuckoo pot in Chapter 4. Here's the second one. Seal that in. There's usually 2 items in each sanctum that you need to get. Once you get the 2 items, you come back to the big blue fucking tower thing. You go to your cuckoo pot in your inventory, and then you press square to discard those last 2 items. So press square there. See that there, the reactor core? It'll pop up here, and then you can move it into place. See that slot there? We're going to move it into place, and then force palm it in or force current, whatever you want to do. And then that's one part done. Then you go back into your cuckoo pot, and you grab the second part. Do the same thing. The puzzles are pretty much the same every time. I'll show you a few, and then I'll probably start skipping them towards the end of the video because you guys know what you're doing. You just want to know where the items are, basically, where the locations of each thing is. So you can force current this. When I made this video, I only knew how to do it this way, but you can actually axiom force and then press R3 and force current it in. It's much easier than this. So that's one sanctum done. Now, there's 3 bosses you have to take out as well to do this quest. They're tough fights. I'll tell you what, they are tough fights. So my suggestion, before I go into the bosses, do this at every sanctum. Do this right here. L1, R1, and then you're kind of tapping it on those little markers. See those markers? Hold, tap, tap, tap. And that's another secret puzzle. I want you to do this at every sanctum as well. Okay? I only figured this out later on. This then opens up another part of the sanctum that's going to help you later on with the cuckoo pot, these cores and stuff. So just grab all these. These are, at every single one, there's a little side puzzle too. Okay? Back to the bosses. There's 3 bosses. They're tough fights. Bring like 100 soups and upgrade your weapons, reinforce. You can look at my infinite arrow build if you want to really stomp the bosses and have no trouble. Do that, guys. There's a number of ways to take them out. You should be all right eventually. If you feel like you're a bit under-leveled, maybe push through the story a bit and do that. Again, here we're sealing the items in the cuckoo pot. And again, we've just taken out a number of enemies in each of the bases, in this base, sorry. And you can just follow me along here as we grab these different items. As I said, though, that secret little puzzle, that's not actually part of this quest at all. I'm just giving you that handy tip, guys. There's also a chest here. Giving you this handy tip. And also there's at least 1 chest in every sanctum too, I think. Maybe even 2 in some of them. I haven't included that in the video too. This video is already going to be long enough. See there, you can actually discard 2 of them as well to save time, so you don't have to go in the cuckoo pot. Hope you're following along here, guys. I'm trying to provide commentary while it happens on screen. A lot going on. Hope you're taking it in. Again, any questions, leave them in the comments. Happy to help. Happy to provide any help for you guys. So again, this will be the second one done. Second or third. I've lost track already. There's 16. 15 of them are part of this quest. One of them is in chapter 8 or 9. Chapter 9. So you will need to get past chapter 9 to do all 16. At least, yeah. We'll go as we see along. Here's the thing again. Hopefully I explained it right. You're pressing the L1 focus light ability on those sections. I hope I'm making sense. It's hard to describe. It's basically a rotating wheel and you're pressing the L1 to kind of light up those beams. And that'll unlock that. A very sneaky puzzle there. And again, I believe these cores are used later on. So this is just going to save you a bunch of time. Yeah, I know for a fact there's a couple of secret chests in this area too. I've done it in other videos. Like that pretty sure there's a floor there that breaks and stuff. So where was I? I don't even remember where I was. Yeah, there's 15 sanctums. Kind of each which is in a different region, I believe. They're spawned by helping a random person that kind of needs help, and you show the kindness, and then all of a sudden it's the witch. So if you ever see that, or you're going to watch this video anyway. So throw this on. Again, I'm not going to show this process later on in the video of actually inserting everything. I'm just showing it for the first 4 or 5, and then we're going to kind of skip a lot of this because I feel like you'll know what you're doing, guys. So that one's done. Now I believe there's a boss coming up in a second here. I'll show a bit of footage on the boss. Again, I'm not going to show this every time either. I don't want to show 16 because they're all pretty much the same. These little mini puzzles, they're all pretty much the same every time. There's a boss coming up here. Very tough boss. There's probably plenty of videos on it. My best bet, as I said, bring the food. Work out his abilities. I think the worst part of this game in the boss fights is that so many of the bosses teleport everywhere. I don't believe this guy teleports too much, but so this is the guy, part of the Absolution. You will have to take him out to cleanse this. So you can't continue without beating him. And he's a real skill check early on here. I think I was in chapter 5 or 6 when I took him out. I'm just using a sword build here, the Frozen Anguish sword with the Frost Cursed armor. It's not really about that. It's more about, I'm not putting out much damage, seriously. It's just more about blocking his attacks. He's probably one of the easiest out of the 3, I would say. I didn't have too much trouble with him. But I think people are coming to him too early. And they're saying, oh God, he's hard. But really, you're just too early, and you just need to come back a bit later. So the first one here is under the jars. Again, guys, I've got videos on this armor I've got on screen. I've got videos on my archer build, which will melt the second boss. You'll see, I think I show a little bit of footage in this video. And I've got the help you need. If you want to do the Abyss puzzles or the Ancient Ruins, there's 70 odd skill ups from that because you get an artifact, a crescent, every time you do one. And so you could level up a bunch of health, stamina, whatever you need just by doing a couple of those from my videos. Here we are again, getting out the cuckoo pot. I'm not going to do this for the rest of the video. I'm going to say that one more time. I am going to skip ahead soon because this video will bloat out. Bloat and bloat out. So that's the Sanctum of Absolution done. Once that's done, you will trigger the cutscene with the witch, which we're going to skip. And then she will say, come and see me, Danny boy. One more time, don't forget to do this every time. I'm not going to remind you. I forgot a couple, actually. I got to go back, funnily enough, as I eat my chocolate egg left over from Easter. So, where are we now? That's the first section of the witch done, I believe. And now we're going to move on to the next part, the next region. Let's have a look here. Yeah, so we're going to go talk, before we do that, we're going to go talk to the bitch witch. And we're going to finish off this quest line, which then unlocks crafting abyss gear and all that sort of thing. She's very handy to have her workshop. Or did we have her before? We did. Anyway. She's handy anyway. She can craft you a bunch of shit. Oh, you unlock you do unlock alchemy from her there, I believe. I am right. Okay, so now this is where you find the next witch. Okay? Right on this bridge. The Witch of Humility. Yeah? Right on this bridge. You got to help this person. Then we'll find the next witch. This stranger needs help, so lift them up. Once you do that, we'll unlock the next witch. So then we can go talk to her and get the next set of sanctums to cleanse. Starting to make sense, guys? Hopefully. I'm trying to talk about everything I can think of about this quest in this one video. For anyone actually watching the whole thing and not skipping past, I wouldn't blame you either way. Who would want to talk to this dickhead? Listen to this dickhead for 37 minutes. So, Witch of Humility. Now we're going to go and find the witch. Where is she? She's right here on this little island thing. Called the Serpent Marsh. Serpent Marsh. So once you teleport here, follow me to find her. If you try to come here before, the door will be locked. So you need to do it in this order for the door to be open. And my whole thing is if there's a door open or you can't get through for any reason in any quest, it's usually that you need to progress the story. Is usually what the go is, I find. So if you're ever stuck on any of these quests, guys, go and do a bit of the story. It's usually why you can't do something. Here's the next Sanctum of Devotion. Again, I've just taken out a number of enemies. They're pretty easy. I should give you a tip. The flying enemies, it's probably too late now. Should have told you this earlier. L1, R1 to take them out of the sky, and then L1. What we do with the secret puzzle, that binding light ability, you do that on them, and that takes them out instead of I was trying to shoot them. What an idiot. Just use your binding light. And the reason I was trying to shoot them is because I didn't get to the story part. They actually teach you this in a tutorial in the story in like chapters 7, 8, 9. You know, and that's why, again, So here I'm skipping along now because you guys know what you're doing, right? I figured you know how to insert things now. That sounds weird. Next one. In Delicia. Is that how you say it? Delicia. Could be wrong. Veneration? I actually don't know what that word means. Veneration. So we're cleansing, and you should get these sanctums. You could probably just watch this video, pause, go to the next one, pause, and you get this done in a couple hours, guys. Really handy to have this cuckoo pot stuff and do this mission. And once you beat the 3 bosses as well, that unlocks another big boss. So there's a number of reasons why you want to do this quest. There's also another part of this quest that I haven't included called the Wings of Iron, which is to do with the dragon. I haven't included because we're just focusing on the sanctums here. I might do another video on that. But that part of the quest, the Wings of Iron, is basically getting a bunch of different stuff for the cuckoo pot and crafting it, and it's a terrible... Some of the quests in this game are quite annoying. That's one of them. Because you just got to get a bunch of different shit. So this is, where are we now? Witch of Humility, 2 of 5. Cleanse, yeah. So now we come through here. And look at the top, bottom left there, guys. I've got 124 soups. That's what I'm talking about when I say get your soups. Because that's how many you might need for some of these bosses, eh? And I feel like with 100 soups, and I've got other shit too, by the way. That's just the soups. With 100 soups, I'm pretty much well equipped for any fight. So here we are, Sanctum of... I can't even talk. I actually can't talk today. So this one's done. Now we've moved into my Dan Allen Gaming blue and black phase. Sanctum of Faith now. Again, I think you can, as I said, there's different sections of witches. I think you can do them in other orders as well. If you ever see these, again, get the sword out. The sword binding light is such a strong ability for everything. It does so many things. Really cool mechanic. Burn these trees and grab yourself that little cube. So most of these puzzles, as I said, most of them have that cube or this, the pillars, the reaction cores. Sometimes you only need one, and we love those puzzles where you only need the one. But most of them you need to put both in. See how now I'm actually force currenting things in? See, R3, force current, it's ability you need to get as quickly as possible. It's so much easier. So I don't have to jump up there and shit. I can just go R3. Once the green leaves come up, you know it's in spot, ready? Green leaves. Now I can R3 it, and it just slots into place. So much better. I swear they never taught me that when I was playing the game. I had to learn that myself. I swear. Could be wrong. Now where are we heading? We're heading back to the witch. To talk to the witch. Yeah, so talk to the witch. And then that part is done, I believe. And now we can go and find the third witch. The next witch. Where this next one is going to be in the snowy region. There's a boss close by here. Be careful. You can take it out if you want. I took it out in 2 shots with this build. Pretty easy. Just behind me here. Where the fast travel point is. So just letting you know here. This one's sneaky. I don't know how anyone would find this legit. Like, it'd just be random. This person's freezing. What do? We turn the fire on for them. Pretty self-explanatory. And then get a bit of dialogue and you'll realize, oh no, that's a witch. That's a witch, bitch.
Don't leave me waiting too long, will you?
And so you can progress through.
May kindness remain.
Where's the editor when he needs him? We don't need to be watching this dialogue, editor. What are you doing, editor? We don't need to be watching this footage. So once you do that, you'll on your map, it'll tell you to come to this next section. Again, guys, make sure you're looking at journal, tracking everything. You don't always have to look at the locations I'm giving you. Because, there you go, 3 out of 4 witches. We've got 1 more to find too after this.
I'd hate to be responsible.
Yeah, as I said, check your journals. You can track things. Even if you're pressing X and it's not tracking, press square for more information. And then sometimes then you can track.
So, perhaps don't be difficult and go.
Once you talk to her, she's going to send you off for the next sanctums. The next set of sanctums. And there will be a boss fight again here. We didn't have a boss fight in that last section, but we will have one on this section. Right at the end, I believe, or whenever I put it in this video. So, grab that one. And when we head into the Crimson Desert, the sandy region, there's less sanctums to do. Finish off. There is a big boss, probably the tougher of the 3 fights. By the way, this one, L2, R2, or whatever it is, R1, R2, the big strike, or a charge shot, whatever it takes to drain the water. Because once you drain the water, you'll be able to get this cube. Otherwise, you can't get it. So grab that. Beautiful. Head back up. Insert it in. And again, I'm going to remind you to do the secret puzzle. See, I told you I wasn't going to include it every time. Do the secret puzzle thereafter. Don't forget it, guys. Sometimes, see that then? Kind of just didn't, force current didn't work. Sometimes it does. It's just a bit finicky. So be careful with that. I'm going to now cut out the placing of these. I think you guys know what you're doing from here on in. Yeah? Is that a fair deal? I'm going to cut them out from here on in, guys. I believe in you. And if anyone says, why are you cutting it out? Someone in the comments say, look, you didn't watch the video. Look at this build, guys. You see the damage I just put on this guy? Crazy damage. Yeah, this guy's probably the weaker of the 3 fights, I would say. You can get pretty much control of him and take him out fairly easily. He doesn't teleport as much as the last guy. He's pretty easy to kind of work around. You can use the tree in the middle to help. When there's a big fuck off tree in the middle, it really helps kind of just staying away from him. And again, when you press circle to roll, don't spam it. Let it come out. By the way, that's a big tip. Don't spam the dodge. Press it once and let it roll. Then press it, you know what I mean? Let it breathe a bit. Now for this one, come through this little thing here. You actually got to jump through, dickhead. What are you doing? Oh my God. We'll come back there in a second. Grab this one, seal it in. And then if this dickhead would actually know, what is I doing? Jump in, you. There we go, and grab that. Seal it in. See, you couldn't actually get that out without sealing it. It's a big part of this. And insert it in. I guess you guys know how to do that. We're forwarding through. Next one, the Sanctum of Deliverance. And you've just gone through, taking out a bunch of the bad guys. You can also, you can also just go around taking the bad guys out of each of these and then come back. I find it just easier just to follow along. Just do it one by one. What the game designed, obviously to me, how it was designed is that each section of the story, as you go to each different region, is when you would do this quest. You would kind of do it in tandem with the main quest. I feel like that's how they designed it. So when you get to the Crimson Desert, you obviously do that last section, which is coming up here. You know, that first section is Ferdinand, the first part. You know what I mean? Oh, here's a little chest. My rule is if you see a chest, you got to grab it in the video. But there's heaps of chests I've missed here, guys. Like, heaps. All right, I think we grabbed all the items here. Did we? Not yet. No, we've got one more. Up here, there's a broken door. Not a broken door. A floor that breaks. See, how would anyone know this? So tricky. Through there's that cube there. Some of these are hard to know, and then you got to jump through that hole there. And once you do that, place the items in. You guys get it? Let's forward through. Next up, I said forward through. Next up, the Sanctum of Atonement. The Sanctum Atonement. Atonement. They're so sophisticated, done. Here it is here. Where are we going? So I have no idea where I'm going, do I? By the way, if you made it this far, guys, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And have a chalky egg on me. Oh, we only need the one? Oh, no, we need two for this one. Right there. I'm going to cut the video here because, you know, bring it back, insert it in. I said I'm going to cut the video. What is this editor doing? What is this editor doing?
Thank you.
All right, we head back to the the witch. We talk her ear off, and she says, "Fuck off, Dan. Go and find my other witch." All right, we will. Just below the Crimson Desert in the main city, you're going to find a beggar. I think it's a child, actually, child beggar. How? This is just. How would you find this? Just give him a coin. Once you give him a coin, you'll realize you've been conned. It's actually a witch. By the way, if you want to watch a good witch movie, The Witch, it's called, A24. Oh, what a spine-chilling film. Great ending too. Really good ending. Really good movie. So now we've found the next witch, the Witch of Strength, and she's up top of her house. And then we've got a big fight coming up soon in a minute here. But we're heading on in. I'm also going to show, right at the end of the video, I'll show the other sanctum, just in case anyone wants to see it. The one that is not part of the quest, but I mean, it is one of the sanctums, so it's part of the main story. So I will show that. Like, it's not part of this witch's quest, if you know what I mean. So now we're in this section. Sanctum. They start to get a bit easier now. Like, the fights I found were easier. Burn this down. The puzzles got easier. You kind of just know what to expect now. And also, the icons are on the map. See that? I don't know if they were always on the map this whole time. So you can kind of use that as a guide too. And don't walk through like an idiot like me there. Come up here through that door, I believe is the second one. Oh, that's sneaky. See, so sneaky. Pearl Abyss. You sneaky motherfucker. You sneak. All right, I'm going to trust that you will place that in. All good. Let's move on to the next one. And don't forget, guys, the secret puzzle as well that I mentioned earlier in the video. Each sanctum has that secret puzzle. Don't forget it, and also seal the item. Seal the item. You will need it. I'm telling you. All right. We are about to come up to a fight after we do this sanctum. The next one has one. He's a tough mother effer, right? Even with my build, which is overpowered, he was still kind of tough. I mean, he hits hard. I mean, it was nothing. I still beat him first go, but like, he was no slouch. And the problem is he keeps teleporting everywhere. It's just so frustrating. So honestly, you've just got to kind of brute force him and just constantly heal. Like, I would bring the biggest and best healing items you can find. I would stock the F up. That's what I would do, honestly. And just smash him for all he's worth. Here he is here. The spear. He just keeps... See, I can get some big damage off there, but he just... I hate that move too. Got to try and stun him. But he just keeps teleporting. The real son of a bitch. I found the evasive shot to be the best, and just I'm constantly healing throughout the fight too. So there's a snippet of him. That didn't really show much. I'm not going to show you the full fights as well, guys. I feel like you'll be right. Yeah, I would just say use your environment. Don't be afraid to when it says return to the battlefield 30 seconds, don't be afraid to use that to your advantage and let the clock run down. You know what I mean? And exit the area a little bit, regroup. Don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to jump up and stand on pillars and stuff. That can actually really help on that fight, I found. Jumping on pillars and keeping your distance. Yeah, and just a lot, you know, it's like Elden Ring or any of these games. You've got to first the boss a couple of times if you're struggling and learn their attacks. That's what a boss is in a game. You got to learn their attacks and get better in each run, and then eventually you'll get him. If you're having any trouble, just, I think number one, check out my best bow build guide. It will really, really help with those fights. And it's a fun build too. I'm not usually an archer type, but I've said recently, like, I'm going to start changing my playstyle every game. So I'm usually that sword and shield guy, but I'm like, I'm going to go archer this time. And then the next game I won't go archer, I'll do something else. I might do the two-handed axe in the next big RPG I play, or I might do a mage build. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to change up. I probably don't do a mage build often because this is a job, gameplay and stuff, and YouTube. Mage is a bit boring to watch for the viewer, so I usually stay away from a mage. You'll find katanas and, you know, that sort of thing is most exciting for people to watch. So here you go. We've done it now. This is the final area. You insert the different parts and we meet with the White Crow. And there's a cool chest in here too with some armor piece. Once you insert this, we speak to her. Chest inside. And we're pretty much done that quest, guys. As I said, there's that last quest, the one with the dragon, where you got to collect a bunch of shit. I'll probably do that in another video. But we've cleansed all 16. I will show as I said, I will show the last one for anyone that wants to see it in a second here. But thank you for joining me this far, guys. It's been a real pleasure. Here's this Sanctum of Mortification. Again, this is part of chapter 9, I believe. You have to do it. But it's here for anyone that wants to know how to do it. It's pretty easy. I actually came back here. I didn't record this, so let me show you, walk you through it. The first one, you need to burn these vines here. And that first 4 is going to be just there behind these trees. So you grab that one. Just seeing those bars, the first one will be in there. Just realized I'd already done this without recording it for some reason. And the second one will be right there. Get those two, bring them back. And I do have footage. I have footage of the fight. For some reason, I've got footage of me finishing it, but not starting it. Complete idiot. All right, guys, that's the video. All 16 Sanctums are done. I hope that helped. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take care.